Have you ever had an idea in your head, but you were honestly too scared to execute because of the consequences of what might actually happen if you go all in? Hi, my name's Jorge, and welcome to my world. I literally just quit my 9 to 5 as a heavy duty mechanic that I've been working for a couple months now. And I also dropped out of university from becoming a doctor a long time ago. So I'm going to go over the two reasons why I quit and why I'm going full in. And I'm going to show you exactly how to go all in on yourself and stop letting fear make all your decisions, because at the end of the day, your mindset determines your decisions, would determine the outcome. You got to change the way you make mindset decisions to change the outcome if you're unhappy in your current situation. So let's start from the top. So what actually happened is I've been working as a heavy duty mechanic for a while because I quit from becoming a doctor. I always had the dream of pursuing becoming a doctor. As someone in a Latino household, that's all I knew what to do. Becoming a doctor. My parents just wanted the best for me. They came to Canada to give me a better life. And I thought becoming a doctor was the way that I was going to reach the top echelons. As soon as I started going into school, I made it 4 years through, and it just wasn't for me. I hated going to school every day. I was good at it. Don't get me wrong. I was super good at it. I still believe to this day that I could become a doctor, but I just didn't get along with everyone. I tried fitting into a place in a situation that honestly didn't feel like me. I always felt alone. I honestly had no friends, if I'm being real in that aspect, because everyone else was just super nerdy. And I wasn't necessarily a nerdy kid. I was nerdy in the sense that I was good at school. I liked studying. I was always in the library. But these people just relied on their entire personalities just about grades. Everything about them was how to get a better grade. How can I talk to my prof about getting a better grade? What'd you get on this grade? And all they cared about was grades. They let grades kind of determine who they were as a person. And I always kind of tried to steer away from that. I didn't like how that felt in my mind. So I always felt like I didn't fit in. That's why I made the decision to just straight up drop out. I hated it, and it was the hardest talk that I had with my parents, if I'm being honest. My parents weren't really supportive in that sense because they asked what the hell I was going to do with my life. And I had no choice, no option, and all my friends were in trade, so I had nothing left to do but join a trade. So I joined to be a heavy duty mechanic. So I was starting to be a heavy duty mechanic. I was in it for a couple months, and I honestly really enjoyed it. I like taking things apart and building them back together, kind of like a foreshadow to life. And that's exactly what I did for a while now. So I've been a heavy duty mechanic. And I always had the dream of starting a social media. I always knew that what I said could inspire at least one person. I don't care if I don't make the biggest ripple in the world, but I want to inspire one person. I want to be able to change one person's life with the mindset and through all the hard lessons and shit that I've been through as Latinos, because I know I'm not alone. I know there's other people out there that could relate to exactly what I've been going through, and just show them how to get out of it, because I've been through hell. Like, I've been through my DUI incident. If you don't know, go back to my life story. The breakup, having to deal with all these finance bullshit from the DUI. And it was honestly hell. That was the first time that the world showed me that I wasn't truly invincible, that I could be hurt and I could get beat up. But that's not what I cared about. I cared about getting back up and knowing that I could go all in on myself. That was the reality of life, that knowing I could go all in on myself. Even if you get fucking hit, you just got to get back up and keep moving forward. And that's exactly how I'm going to explain to you, how I'm going to explain how to honestly just go all in on yourself and keep moving forward. It's not about making the right decision. It's about making a decision and making it the right decision for you. So with that being said, I want to introduce a topic called the unlimited slot machine. I don't know if other people have talked about this, but I made it. I made it up, and I made it in my head, and it fully makes sense. So you should be able to treat your life like an unlimited slot machine, meaning life is literally just about coin flips. It's about just pulling the trigger on a slot machine. You could not lose in life if you just keep pulling that trigger. So let's say you go to a casino and you have unlimited money. If you just keep pulling that slot machine, guess what's going to happen? You're going to eventually win. The same thing with life. You cannot lose if you just keep pulling the handle and keep pulling the slot machine. You could lose temporarily. Yes, don't get me wrong. You're going to get hit. You're going to get beat up just like me. Every other person in their situation that's ever made it to the top has been hit. And that's the whole point. That's the whole purpose, to learn a lesson. But once again, get back up, pull that damn handle, and just keep pulling it until you get a win. Eventually, the universe, out of sheer will, out of just sheer pure chances of mathematical formulas, you will win in the end. I promise you. I don't care what it is you're doing. You're getting in shape. You're losing the lonjas. You're the first Latino to make it through university. You're going all in on your business. I don't care what it is. If you have a goal and you know you could get there, keep pulling that slot machine. I don't care how many times you lost. I don't care if you think the machine is broken. I don't care if you haven't seen a single dollar win in months now. Keep pulling the slot machine, man. That's exactly what I did in my fitness career here. I just kept pulling it. I was stuck at like 75 followers for 6 fucking months. Picture that. I was posting every single day as consistent as possible, and no one was watching my videos. No one cared. The universe didn't owe me anything, and I knew that. I knew that if I didn't give up, if I didn't stop pulling that handle, I was going to eventually win. Just by sheer pure luck, if I show up every single day. Luck is only on your side if you show up every single day to be able to claim that luck. If you don't show up, that's the one lucky day that you missed out. If you think you're not lucky in life, it's because you haven't showed up enough times. So keep that concept in mind and take your life through that. So if you know you want to do something, keep pulling the handle, man. It's going to be like work, no work to show for it. Work, a little bit, work, bang. Now you won. Now you're at the top. Now that slot machine cashed out, all that money that was stacking, it's now in your possession. It's now yours. That goal that you were fighting for every single day, it is now yours. You could feel it in real time, and that's exactly what I'm feeling right now. I just quit my job, and I'm going all in on this. I was struggling at the start, but now I hit my stride, and now I'm going all in. I don't care what it takes. I don't care what happens. All I know is I'm going all in, and I'm going to win because I will not give up. I'm going to remember looking back at this video and thinking, wow, that dude really went all in. I have to thank that version of myself, this version of me sitting here, right now, of him going all in and making the correct decision because I know I truly believe myself and I know I could get it. Okay, just remember that the risk is temporary in the discomfort. I'm going to teach you how to go all in on yourself and fully and not leave any scraps behind to ensure that you do get that win, to ensure that you do win in that slot machine. So the first thing you'd have to do is identify what you want to do in life. So identify that higher purpose goal. So grab a notepad and actually jot down what your ideal lifestyle looks like. So name where you are in the world, how you're waking up, what even size of bed you are waking up on, what your morning routine looks like. Do you have breakfast? Do you go on a run? Do you fast? Do you wake up with a girl? Do you wake up with your wife? Who do you wake up to next to every single morning? Maybe that'd be a dog. And then what do? Do you have a job? Do you have your future dream job? Are you an entrepreneur? What kind of car are you driving? How do you even look like when you look at yourself in the mirror? Write these things down and really identify it. Say that out loud and jot it down in a pen and paper. Okay? Now, next thing you have to do is set a deadline. I don't care what it is, you have to start now. The thing about goals is you have to be impatient when it comes to your goals. Impatient is always going to win, meaning if you have a goal, if you're going to start music, let's say, and you're saying, I'll start next year when I can afford a microphone, when maybe the music industry is a bit better, you're never going to get there, man. You're not pulling the slot machine enough times for you to learn the lessons to become that musician. You got to pull that slot machine right here, right now. You got to be able to chew and bite more than you can honestly chew and handle. Just like me in my position. I started my coaching business. I launched it. I wasn't even sure what I was doing, but I knew I was going to fulfill my clients to the best of my ability. And that's exactly what they did. Okay, so you will never feel ready. You have to pick a specific date, be impatient, and get it done. Make the first step. And the next step to that is removing the exit plan. Just like me, I booked a flight to Mexico and now I'm going all in on myself, going to Mexico. You should have no safety net. The moment you have a safety net is the moment you know you could let off the gas and just fall off. Okay, so if your car won't stop and you just hit on the gas and the throttle the entire way through, you're not going to lose. Just like this, if you have a goal, tell someone. I don't care if it's small, big, large, at least tell someone. Make the decision that it's public enough where you can't go back anymore. Maybe that doesn't mean quit your job immediately, but at least tell someone. Tell your mom, tell your best friend, tell someone what your goal is and what you're going to do to start getting there. That way the decision is made. Now that you said it, it has to become real. Just because you said it and those words came out of your mouth, now that decision is made. Now you really have to get it done. You're going to feel that dopamine, but don't let that dopamine take over from you actually starting. So a lot of people will just tell someone, hey, I'm going to start my business, but not actually do anything. Just because you told someone doesn't mean you started. But that's step one, at least telling someone so the decision is made. And be a man of your word. Your word is all you have in this world. Your word should be ironclad, meaning whatever you say is going to happen. If I say I'm going to get up tomorrow at 7 a.m. and go on a run, you best believe that run has already happened because I said it. Those words are in existence. I said it now. So now it has to happen. Next step is do the scariest thing first. So do the thing that takes the most friction. So if your goal again is to be a musician, how do you start? Make that hardest part the starting point. So if it's completely launch my YouTube channel and start posting music, that's exactly what I'm going to do. I don't care if it's terrible. I don't care if it's horrible. Do the highest friction task, the one that requires the most thinking, the one that requires the most editing, do that first. That way it's out the way. That's the scariest decision. For me, is quitting my job. That was the highest friction task. Imagine telling your parents as a Latino household that I'm quitting my job and I'm going all in on my entrepreneur business and going back home to Mexico. They came here to give me a better life. And now I'm going back home and going all in on my entrepreneur business. From becoming a doctor to really think at least 3 years ago, I was going to become a doctor. That was my set plan. That's what I thought in my head, that I was going to become a doctor. Now this 3 year later version of Jorge is going all in on himself. I'm really moving back to my hometown. To me, it still doesn't even seem real, but that's how your goals should be. They should almost not seem real. You should be scared. You should feel that anxiety, because that's that extra fire inside you. Some people are born with a V4 engine, and some motherfuckers out there are born with a V8 engine. I always knew I had a V8 engine, and now I'm giving it that spark, that anxiety, that scared. That's my fuel to keep moving forward. That's how the fuel you should have inside you too. Your goal should scare you. That's how you know you're really reaching. I'd rather have an unreachable goal and land somewhere near it than keep setting such mild goals that won't truly get me anywhere. So do the highest friction task first. Whatever that may be for you, you have to identify that in your own story, in your own goals. I'm just telling you exactly the best way to go through it. Finally, is building a system around the decision. Okay, so if you're failing to plan, you're planning to fail at the end of the day. You need to break it down. So you have a full goal, you should have a midterm goal, and you should have progression goals that you can calculate, you can measure to know you're making progress. Okay, so that way you could also enjoy the fruit of your labor. You could enjoy the progress. You could see the milestones so you don't burn out. And you also know where you have to go next, what is truly holding you back, what you can double down on. You have to have a system around the goals. If you just say, I'm going to be a millionaire by tomorrow or by next year, and you don't even have a plan or a way to even get there or an idea, how are you supposed to get there? So you have to be able to break it down and take one actionable step each day. It's about taking an actionable step to get closer to your goal every single day, no matter what. Maybe if it's a musician, okay, so I launched my YouTube channel. I started posting music on iCloud. Okay, so what's the feedback? What can I do? Okay, the feedback is maybe the sound quality is not as good. Okay, how can I invest in making better sound quality? So this entire week, I'm going to start figuring out how to make sound quality better. Maybe that's get a better microphone. Maybe that's be better at editing. Do something every day that's going to get you to your goal. So if a Netflix documentary came to me and started filming my life, you're going to see exactly the progression every single day because I'm doing something every single day to get to that ultimate goal. Your life should be interesting. Your life should be hard. You should struggle and you should face the struggle. I should want to watch your Netflix documentary. If it's trash and boring, do you really think you're going to get to your goals? No one would even watch it. Netflix would go poor. So your goals and your day in the life should be aligned with where you want to be in life. Honestly, man, at the end of the day, you got to do it for your family. It maybe not just be for you, but go all in on yourself and prove to the world, prove to your family, get your family out of the situation they're in. Retire your parents, man. If you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for them. Okay? I know as a Latino household, this hits truly home to me because my parents gave me everything. I came to Canada. We had nothing at the start, and I hated how poor we were. But in the moment, I never understood. The reason we were poor is because my parents went through fucking hell to even get here. We barely had a car. We all shared one bedroom apartment. And I hated that because all my friends were white. They had massive houses in the suburbs, and I never understood why I was poor and why I was unlucky. But looking back at it, I'm fucking lucky, and you are too. Lucky your parents gave you a roof under your house. Lucky you could eat food every single day. Lucky you're not worried about sleeping outside in the rain, that you have shoes that you could wear every single day. So really take the opportunity that you're young, that you could still pursue your dreams and go all in on yourself. Show your parents the best version that they created. Be better than your parents. If you could be 0.5% better than your parents, do that, man. Retire your parents. Show them that you could truly do anything you set your mind to, because that's the Mexican blood, man. That's the blood we have inside ourselves. We are all born with V8 engines. You just have to know how to hit the gas and show the world you have that V8 engine, brother. A lot of people think I'm just a fitness coach. This is no longer about just fitness. It's about fitness and mindset and getting the best way towards your goals and becoming that version of yourself. Life is all encompassing. Fitness is all encompassing. They're all tied together. A lot of people think it's just about looking better. I look better, but now I'm pursuing my dreams. My mentality's different, and that's all because I went to the gym and got in the best shape of my life. And I made that decision to go all in on myself. So never let fear hold you back. If you could take one thing away from this video, is don't let fear hold you back. Anytime you feel fear, steer right into that, because it's making the better decision for you. If you watched this far and you enjoyed the video, make sure to join my Blueprint Brotherhood. If you want additional help and you truly want to level up to that 2.0 version of yourself that you wrote down here at the start, go down to my link in the bio and just book in a call. Me and you are going to chat. We're going to figure out what's going on and what's truly holding you back, man. I want to see all my Latino community win. I want to see all of you guys win. That's why I'm making all these videos. That's why I'm posting on YouTube every single week, posting on my Instagram. I want to see all you carnales win. I want to bring the community up. I have such big goals for us as Latinos, and I know we can all get there. Nomás necesitamos echar ganas todos los días. So if you're wanting to gain better knowledge, get to that 2.0 version, or just join a Discord community of like-minded individuals, go down to my link in the bio and book in a call with me. Make sure to subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed, brother. You take care and let us build the community. Peace.